to welcome you all to this very significant event, a close-out validatory session for the Justice for All, or J4A program, after 6 years of operation in Enugu State. I must confess that this event evokes mixed emotions for us in Enugu State, because in as much as we have come to celebrate the achievement of the J4A program and the impact it has made in the lives of our people, we're all saddened that the program has run its course and has now come to a close as far as Enugu State is concerned. Nonetheless, I will start by commending and expressing our sincere gratitude to the DFID for the concern and commitment it showed in funding the activities of the J4A and other programs, such as Partnership for Transforming the Health Sector, State Accountability and Voice Initiative, State Partnership for Accountability, Responsiveness and Capability, Education Sector Support Programs in Enugu State, and others. Within the period of its operations in Enugu State, the J4A program, without doubt, made excellent and unprecedented interventions and introduced innovations that have really helped to enhance the administration and dispensation of justice in the state. These include support to magistrate and customary courts, more especially the renovation and furnishing of court complexes, work on modern police stations and voluntary policing sector, and support to community, paralegal and village mediation programs. Others include engagement with the Enugu State Justice Reform Team to ensure the passage of the administration of criminal justice, law, and establishment of witness support unit in the High Court, development of practice direction on case management, and establishment of case management in prisons and so on. The program also engaged with civil society organizations to assist in the establishment of the Sexual Assault Referral Center and the clearinghouse for reduction of prison population, time spent by detainees. It also helps to enlighten and empower people living with disabilities on their rights to seek the justice option, among other notable efforts. All these have, in no small measure, helped to improve the capability, responsiveness, and accountability of the key organizations in the safety, security, and justice sector in Enugu State. It is consequently our duty as a responsive government to sustain the gains made from these efforts, even as we plead with DFID to articulate and mount a successor program that will help to bring further improvement to the justice sector in Enugu State, all to the enduring benefit of our people and the society at large. We pledge our commitment and ability to ensure the success of any new programs or interventions in the state. Finally, I wish to thank the project coordinator and staff of the J4A program and other support groups for their zealous contributions to the organization's accomplishments in Enugu State. I thank you all for coming, and I wish us all greater success in future collaborations and partnership. Thank you and God bless. But remember that the Enugu State is truly in the hands of God.
I would like to briefly, like everybody else, say a very big thank you to DFID for all the programs that it has run in this state.
Gloria was then the head of the program here in Enugu State. And we are thinking of alternative distributive solutions. Because at that time, the traditional rulers had been trained, and we were looking at formalizing our customary administration system. So hereby we train our traditional rulers and taught them how to take notes and reach their decisions, which will be taken beyond that customary environment, maybe to courts and so on and so forth. Now, after that, we are thinking of a more formalized area. And went on a study tour. I think the strategy was part of that study tour. We went on a study tour to Ekiti State. to study the center which they had there, which also included offering pro bono legal services. When we came back from that study tour, we now sat down and came up with a hybrid of providing free legal services and ADRs. That gave rise to that citizens' rights and relationship. And the state has gone beyond that. We now have a law that center has a statutory package. It's important to emphasize that. But the challenge we are having is, after reaching their decision and giving the award, many of the people, beneficiaries of this award, they didn't know what to do with it. Before I left, we were looking at how do we amend that law, establish a mission center, so that we'll have a process or a procedure whereby at the end of the proceedings in that center, the beneficiaries of the award can go to the High Court and file it, so that in any subsequent proceeding in court, contrary to the decision reached in that center, that decision can be assessed and used by the court to come to the conclusion one way or the other. So, Jeff said, let's try this. And that was how we brought in Power to help us, and the CSO to help us drive that aspect of our criminal justice system. And let me make a point on the role of CSO. It is important to advise the government that these people have built capacity over the years. It will take us a little while to build the capacity which we have. At all times, we must engage these CSOs. Power has done very, very well. I'll come later to work on. In that regard, it was after the sensitization and the witness awareness program that we came up with that witness center, witness support center in the High Court premises. That place was supposed to be the conference hall and office of the Attorney General as a member of the Judicial Service Commission in Enugu State. And we said, I can't have two offices. I already have offices. And of justice, if you saddle him with another burden of going to get the witnesses, it's not going to work. It's very difficult. So what we're doing there was, if you have a file and you have a case as your witness in that particular case, you go to the center and give the particulars of that witness to the center. It is the responsibility of the center to get the witness, get two of you to sit down in a conference in that place. Get the witness appointed with appearing in court. You know, psychologically, if you've not been in court before and you're coming to court, you start talking. You can imagine how confused they be. Even as a lawyer, the first time I appeared in the Court of Appeal in 1985, I was overwhelmed. I have never seen more than one judge sitting at a time. And they were wearing something like Yagara red here. So when I appeared in 1985, I saw 3 justices sitting. I was already afraid. And when my case was called up, they asked me, Mr. Ali, you didn't write your name. I didn't know I had to mention my name before I appeared in court. Because I never did. So consider a layman who has not been to court, and you ask the person to come and stand, and be watching, looking at the judge and lawyers with their hood and down. That person will be afraid. So part of the work we are doing at the center was to get them appointed, even when particularly they don't have any case in court. They should first of all see the court hall and see the lawyers and the judges do their thing, so that they will not be afraid when they appear to give their even the relations of the victims at times will come to the office and say, okay, we don't want to repeat that story. We don't want the lady or the girl to come and give evidence in court. In one case, I had to call the victim myself, and she warned me never to call her mom again. And she was already married and in Lagos. Even after I offered to pay her transport and accommodation from my own personal purse, she refused. So that was how this idea of SAC came up. I just said, well, I am going to get the DFID to assist as long as we do not emphasize prosecution. Let the issue of prosecution be left for the victim, the choice of going ahead or not. So we came up with that SAC, the idea of that SAC. And the state government should also take advantage of the statistics being provided by these various interventions by the DFID. Let me give you an example of SAC. When we started with SAC, I made periodic visits to that center. Within the first few weeks, we had recorded about 90 cases. 90 in that center. And I found out that more than 80 or 90% of those cases were coming from a particular local government in Enugu State. I'm talking about statistics and data for use by government. And I said, this is what I will use in the State Security Council meeting where I was sitting as a member of the authority level. And the same thing with other data of statistics which we collect from so many areas. Let me go to the computerized case management system, which I inherited.
Registers and get a sense of what exactly is happening in all these areas. We've also trained a lot of divisional intelligence officers, IPOs and units to improve their basic skills as far as policing is concerned. We now have 9 replication sites in Enugu State, and the result of all this has been an increase in terms of accountability and community engagement with police, with the respective police divisions. There's also an improved treatment of citizens. In fact, a user satisfaction survey, which we undertook in 2012 and later in 2016, now shows that there has been a 16% increase in terms of how people feel.
Because I should think it's only the Ministry of Justice that the case management system is working very well. I stand to the challenge. We get to judiciary, even the police, they cannot say for sure that it's working as the Ministry of Justice. Like the criminal pass in there, the problem should be sustainability. But I think for now, we're doing just that.
I've been part of this process ever since it started. My colleagues all around me. The CP said I should convey his gratitude to the input the J4A led to the Nigerian police in Enugu State. A lot of interventions were really established in our various divisions. Of course, we had about 9 to 11 divisions where modern police stations were captured. A lot of things were built, houses refurbished, officers trained to meet up with the modern trend of things. And I, as the lead officer in the process, and 3 others, we were visiting these divisions from time to time based on our work plan to supervise and monitor what they do. So those of us who have benefited from police services, we can find out that there are improvements in the police services in these divisions. To mention some of them, CPS is one of them. If you go there, we have the JWC, the FSU, that is the family support unit. That work in tandem with the towns. Most of the assault cases and the vulnerable are so assaulted. We work. The officer that is in charge is Deputy Secretary of Police. Stand up for you to be recognized. If you go to
here for 4 reasons. The first one is to thank immensely our partners for having given us the opportunity, the cooperation to implement our work in this past 6 years. Godwin has mentioned that the inception of the program, and to this point, it's 6 years now. We thank you. We have worked very well with you. I call you friends, not associates anymore, but friends, because of the opportunity you have given us to implement this program. The governor gave us the enabling environment, and for our partners, it's been good all the way. The second point while we are here is to showcase our achievements, our impact, and our results, so that we can all share. For people, we invited people from our neighboring states, so that they can all look at that and then go back to replicate such things. Then the third one is to give the opportunity to our partners here to express their viewpoints, to give us their perspectives feedbacks on their experiences having worked with J4A all these 6 years. And I think the last why we are here is for us to, our boss, Dr. Bob Arnold, might have information to share on the future plans of British Council in terms of future programs. So that is another reason why we are here. On this note, we want to express our appreciation once again, and then thank you immensely. Thank you very well for coming. It's not easy to have this cream of persons from Enugu State here. We will listen to our state-specific achievements, the impact the program has made in the last 6 years, and then we will enjoin you to be very honest with your opinion, with your perception. You share it with us. I'm sure it's something that we could carry into future programs, and it will be very helpful. Hearing from you, that will inform the lessons that we have learned from dealing with you. I hope you enjoy your stay here today. Thank you very much.
Personally, it has exposed me the capacity building. We have been talking in the larger form. The programs of the J4A officer in charge of legal and Mr. Government. I have participated in many programs of J4A. Our prosecutors were trained, the investigators, police IPOs, and officers. So we gratitude to the J4A for all those programs, and I wish you well. The Commissioner of Police wish you well in further endeavor, and we are very, very happy. And the police, we are disposed to cooperate, to assist and serve wherever we are called. Even the officers whose capacity has been built up, they are ready to train others and to sustain sustainability. For every development partner that supports or funds any program, the question is, after the period of the engagement or support, what next? Will all the initiatives fall by the wayside, or is it going to be sustained for the long run? And I'm happy to say that as far as the work we've done with the Enugu State is concerned, the engagement with the Enugu Justice Sector Reform Team, especially with the key role they've been given as the monitoring committee in the SCJ law, their role is sustained. The case management systems that we've introduced, both at the High Court and the Ministry of Justice and the prisons, continue to be used by these different institutions. Need I say more about the engagement with the judiciary? The practice directions that have been issued will continue to run, as well as the case management system.
A £50 million programme funded by the UK government, and effectively a 5-year programme was turned into a 7-year programme. It was turned into a 7-year programme because of the results that were being achieved and the fact that progress was being made. Now we will close in the end of this month, as we've already suggested. We worked across 4 main components. We worked with our good friends from the Nigerian police force, in particular looking at the introduction of community-based policing. We worked also under the policing sector with voluntary policing groups, with the vigilantes, with a whole host of groups across the whole of Nigeria. Our second component was based on justice, and the work on justice explicitly dealt with the lower courts, and it dealt with non-traditional, non-formal types of justice, with traditional justice that we recognise was the way in which many Nigerians, to some people, some studies have suggested up to 70% of people get their justice and dispute resolution through informal mechanisms. So we saw this as a very important part of our work. We also worked with the anti-corruption agencies. That alphabet soup of EFCC, ICPC, CCT, CCN, NFIU, all of those agencies which are at the forefront of the anti-corruption fight in Nigeria, we worked with over the course of the 6 years. And finally, we worked at cross-sector coordination. And of course, the Enugu Justice Sector Reform Team was one of the pioneers of this kind of approach. Our argument, very simply put, is the justice sector cannot be resolved, cannot solve problems in simply one institution. It's about the interplay of a whole series of institutions. So the work has to take into account the whole of the sector. This is what we were trying to do. our impact, we were asked by DFID to improve the personal security and access to justice for all Nigerians. Well, that's 170 million plus people. That's a pretty big ask. What we were also asked to do was to contribute to improving the capability, accountability and responsiveness of key institutions. And that was something that was very central to the work that we did. How do you do this? How do we try and do this? To impact on all Nigerians, the only way that could be done was by working at the federal level on institutions and organisations which had a reach right the way across the country. So working with the NPF, for example, or working with the anti-corruption agencies, if we could make improvements there, the impact would be felt much more broadly and would be felt across the country.
For the cooperation we have had from him since he assumed office, I know that one of the initial activities he did was to commission some of the refurbished courts, like Governor had mentioned earlier, that we are done by J4A. I also remember that sometime last year, also in this very place, we had the performance review meeting of the members of the State Executive Council. And His Excellency, the Governor, was there for those 2 days from the beginning till late in the night. That is very unusual. And I'm giving particular recommendation with regard to this event because I remember during one of the sessions, an issue came up concerning the case management system in the Ministry of Justice. And there and then we decided that the staff who were mostly ad hoc then should become permanent civil servants in the civil service. It was discovered that proceeds from the land registry actually contributes from 0 to 2% of IGR of each state as at the moment. But if the right things are to be done, that department alone stands to contribute close to 15 to 20% of your IGR on an annual basis, which means there are still some gaps. We put together our recommendations, which we'll be sending to all the excellencies, including His Excellency the Governor, so that some reforms can also happen in that area. Again, that particularly concerning the Sexual Assault Center, Your Excellency, J4A is about to close, and I believe that center ought also to move to the next level. And then to demonstrate the importance we attach to that, on the 23rd of May, hopefully His Excellency, the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, will be in Enugu and will pay audience with you, Your Excellency, and that will be to also perform the task of doing the formal handover of the center to Your Excellency the Governor. We send further communication on that. So on that note, I want to really appreciate everyone that has worked and contributed towards the success of the work of J4A in Enugu. It was a journey that started in 2002, like was said, and I've been there here for the 12 years of those 14 years. So I've seen each program close and another one begin. Let's sustain the legacy. Let's not stop. And we have a governor who is listening and who is ready to, once you can present the facts and the arguments. Most times what we present, I know the cap they are wearing, they want to see what value is this going to add to the work that I'm doing. And if we're able to show him, I believe we are all mostly legal practitioners, you can always prove it to him beyond every reasonable doubt that this work needs to be done. And I'm sure when he's convinced beyond every reasonable doubt, he's going to do the needful to make it happen. So
several efforts have been made in the past to put structures in place to meet these challenges. But these efforts received a huge boost with the advent of the Justice for All program of the DFID in Enugu State sometime in 2011. We heard in the morning that this program metamorphosed from the access to justice in 2002, from there to security justice and growth, and then J4A. And the judiciary benefited all through from all these programs. There is no gainsaying the fact that the state was very fortunate to be selected as one of the 5 local states of then, a lot of successes have been recorded, especially in the area of improved access to justice, recognizing the importance of the lower courts, comprising magistrate and customary courts, in providing access to justice, especially at the grassroots level. The J4A program focused a lot of attention on improving efficiency and quality of service delivery at these courts, which handle most of the cases that are relevant to the majority of the populace, and it is expected that this will increase public confidence in the courts. This strategy has yielded a lot of fruits. At the customary courts, the J4A program provided support for the training of customary court judges and their support staff on case management and other subjects. Most importantly, the program supported the establishment of an inspectorate unit at the customary court of appeal and provided capacity building for the staff of that unit. The program also continued to support the unit in terms of logistics and transport for inspection until the state government was able to provide a vehicle for that purpose.
On alternative dispute resolution. And I want to say that the ministry is sustaining all these achievements of DFID because they are still training the traditional rulers. And it's also good to mention here that a good number of the traditional rulers are well educated. Well, we had about 2 retired chief judges as traditional rulers. One is dead, the other one is still surviving. Have a good number who are lawyers, good number of retired permanent secretaries. Not seen any other program. If you look in that direction, you will not have made any mistake. Because they are the people that are in touch with the people. So these people who come here and speak grammar don't even have anything to do with people who are looking for this justice. The people who don't have the money, who don't have the means to access the formal courts. Well, this will take me to the establishment of the
have taught us a lot of things. They introduced NBF versus GPS, and now, after they have developed their system to us, we continue where they stopped before now. We have been having the meeting, GPS and the NBF in our station every month. And most of all is the CAF, that is Community Accountability Forum. It made the whole thing easier now that if you come talk now, talk about the accountability concerning the work we are doing. Everything is now at that point. Everything there is over. No way, no matter in our area now.
Well, we're not happy that it's ended, but everything that starts will end one day. While you are going to Anambra, there's an area, 2 areas I will just briefly mention, which I found very useful. One is that we developed a simplified handle for customary court judges. By the grace of God, I was part of the process, and it was very, very effective. It was they use it as their Bible, even today. Once they are in court, they will be referring to the book. It was very, very effective. The other one, this traditional rulers manual, which was referred to, very, very effective. Every time you see traditional rulers carrying the book, make a reference. So when you get back to Anambra, I would like you to continue with that concept of developing handbooks, especially for this vigilante. They need manual, how to do their job. And also, I would like a situation where you emphasize more on crime prevention. Use this security, this neighborhood people, teach them on how to give information to the police. Because without the information to the police,
it covers every aspect of the problems we have in Nigeria. Corruption, that is the leader of the problems, number one. And for us in there, watching the drama, it sends a very good message, which I am carrying home to Anambra State. I'm going to talk about it, tell people what the drama we saw, what it's all about. And I want it to be done. Let them go around Nigeria. Very, very important. I will also sponsor it if need be. I want to be part of those who are going to sponsor the drama going around every state. It is wonderful. I couldn't believe it. I've not seen this type. Even overseas, I've not. This is interesting. And whoever that arranged it, if it's J4A, I thank them so much. And there must be a continuity. Let them keep on repeating it, especially on television and so on and so forth, if they cannot go around. But I will sponsor. I'll be part of those sponsoring them going around.
Now, so J4A,
yeah.
Do you think the projects have really had impact on the host environment?
Well, I'm not from this state. I'm from Anambra State. We were just invited. J4A, I don't know what to say because I wish the judiciary all over the state would take them very, very serious. I look forward to the one that when they'll come to Anambra in 2 months' time. What is happening here now and from the testimonies that was in the hall, tremendous. A lot of impact, a lot of things we are reviewed, a lot of things we are learned in justice reform system in Enugu State. And I thank the governor that has been very supportive, because without the governor there, I don't think they will go. And the governor that has passion for it, that is the important number one thing. The man personally was here. He could have sent somebody, but he was here to show the love, the passion he has for J4A. So I look forward to having them in Anambra State. I look very forward, and I'm going to report to CJ, Chief Judge of Anambra State, that we must embrace J4A. The impact is so much.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Chief Leo Bosa. Chief Leo Bosa. Thank you very much.
My name is Philip Arubuka. I'm a Superintendent of Police and OC Community Police in Enugu State, and team leader J4A program in Enugu State. Actually, J4A has done a lot in Enugu in terms of security and safety. Remember, police plays a very important role in the society in terms of protection of lives and property, and our personnel need to be, imparted with the best way of policing. J4A has definitely trained most of our staff, about over 350 across the ranks have been trained in modern policing skills duties so that they will give out the best practices. And of course, they have improved. If you go to police stations now, even on the road, the attitude has changed because we've made a kind of survey, found out that people are now more satisfied with police services than before. Another area is that there are some divisions that are picked as model police stations. There you go and showcase the best practices. You go there, you see our cells are very well arranged. If you come to the charge room, we customize our services. People are ready. Staff are ready to listen to you passionately and act immediately. Yes. There are others. We work now with members of the public. We hold our meetings with the neighborhood who are complementing our efforts. Information flow, intelligence flow, and we proactively challenge some of those crime and criminalities that would have caused us some serious disaffection. So that people in Enugu now can sleep and have their 2 eyes closed. So these are some of the contributions which J4A have made. And we are not going to stop here. We're not going to relent. I am a trainer, and I've been equipped with the necessary wherewithal and the knowledge to do this even when they, close out. So, of course, positively they have really impacted on us. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes, Justice for All program, J4A, has really impacted on the lives of the people of Enugu State because there are several customary courts in existence in Enugu State. But with the support of J4A, our organization, Women Information Network, was able to raise awareness on utilization of customary courts in Enugu State and in 5 particular communities. And the report we are getting now is that the number of cases coming to those customary courts have increased. And then the poor people, the people with disabilities, are not able to access justice through the courts. With the support of Justice for All program, WeNet has built the capacity of people with disabilities, the blind, the deaf, and the physically challenged, to access justice through the courts. We produce training manuals for them, teaching them justice options and supporting them to take their matters to court. And it has been a huge success in Enugu State, I must say.
Okay, maybe a key one, and I will just talk about one, which was stressed, emphasized, and reiterated in the forum that we just had. That we've laid the platform, we created a number of platforms, and the issue, will the states be able to build on those existing platforms at our exit? That's the key worry for me. But today, maybe it was a risk that I identified before now, but people talked trying to mitigate it, that they were already strategizing, making plans on how to build on those platforms. And for me, I am satisfied.
Okay, now what's your greatest gain from the project?
Seeing that what we have done, the interventions that we've supported this past 12 years, 6 years for Justice for All program, and 6 other years for the Access to Justice, Security, Justice and Growth program, that they have taken roots. At least we had the testimonies today that they have taken roots, and I want to believe that they have taken roots.
What will you miss most in Enugu?
Oh, without doubt, the people.
What have you been enjoying in Enugu?
The people. I mean, we've got very good friends here, very good partners here. We've been working here. I've been working here for 13 years now, so I've got good friends and long relationships. So that's going to be a big loss.
Any skill on Igbo language?
No, I'm sorry. I speak English, I speak French badly, I speak Russian badly. And when I came to Nigeria, I decided I wasn't going to learn another language badly. So I don't speak any local languages.
Any delicacy?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, I should explain. My wife is Ishan, so I eat Nigerian food quite often. So, do you know what I particularly like? I particularly like akara, which may sound strange, but that's something I do like.
Akara.
Yes.
And what's again?
Beyond akara. Well, I eat egusi soup, I eat draw soup, I eat, I just eat generally what people eat, you know.
You enjoy them?
Yes, of course, yeah.
Now, the project here, you said it's changing to another program of EU.
Yeah, I mean, what's happened basically is that the DFID funding is no longer going to be in place. But what we've done, we've managed to secure funding from the European Union for a number of programs under their aegis. So we'll be delivering programs in Nigeria which are funded by different funders. That's the main difference. But I hope to keep the bulk of my team that have worked on J4A intact and working on the new programs.
No, the project, the successes of these programs by J4A, is there room for supervision, that is kind of support, until they are fully grounded?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a number of agencies that we're going to work through. Under J4A, we established a number of networks for multi-door courthouses, for sexual assault referral centres, for citizens mediation centres, and we hope to continue to support them. So there will still be some technical assistance coming to those organisations.
Finally, to the drama.
Yeah, the drama was excellent. I mean, they did a very, very good job. I've seen it now 4 or 5 times because we've had a number of these closeout events, and I'm impressed by them every time. They're very good, they're very vibrant young people, and they do a good job. So I hope you enjoyed it too. Yeah, thank you. Okay, fine. Thank you very much.